Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived at day 39 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2020. Thank you all so much for being with me today. I am truly tangling with so many friends from across the world, and it is a joy. So thank you for your participation. Thank you for all of you who posted art, especially Marito art, and I appreciate it. And okay, today's tangle is Cross Your Heart by author extraordinaire Miss Jenna Black. And if you have never seen her books, you should check them out on Amazon. She's an exceptional author and she's an exceptional artist. She has a talent for patterns and making fabric out of them and shoes, and goodness, that lady is talented. So I have had the blessing to get to know Jenna through Annie Oken's Art Club. And so she's exceptional. So let's look. This is a picture, for those of you who like the pictures, of what Cross Your Heart looks like. Although at this size, you can't really tell much. But let's get started and see where we're going to go today. Let's start with appreciating the tools that we have, even if it's copy paper and a ballpoint pen. Be grateful that you have something to work on. And remember, if you really are unhappy with your choices, you can always get rid of cereal or packaging boxes by turning them inside out and drawing on those. So it's one of my favorite ways to draw. All right, let's get started today. I am feeling very grateful to have you guys with me today. I am going to start with dots, although that's been sort of hit and miss for me today or this week. However, let me say it's a good day. Baby's coming home this evening, and I am happy about that. Now, this tangle is a focal point tangle, meaning it takes up the middle of something or the side or wherever you want to put it. And it has hearts in it, so we're going to like it. And I've most recently seen something on this on Instagram like yesterday, which is why it caught my eye when I was looking for a tangle today. So, all right. So in the middle of whatever you're going to be drawing on, you're going to make a cross. And you want it to be a decent size. All right. From here, we're going to make a heart shape in each one of these little corners. That's not too hard. And I can already see that I'm a little off center on this, but it's still going to work. It's going to be great. All right, so don't toss anything. Okay. So now, excuse me, we're going to, at each place where the cross is on the ends, we're going to make another shape, sort of a leaf shape on top of that, okay? And I don't think that the step out necessarily has these done in this order. But I think I'm going to get a better result, at least I hope so, by doing it this way. And then you get to the gaps and you know just how big to make them. And these aren't supposed to be, these are more, I don't know. I make them like I make them. You make them like you make them. They have little pointies and they look like leaves. That's where I'm at with it. All right. So now the next thing to do is we're going to go to each of our hearts And we're going to put a little diamond shape there, or a little corner on there so that we have a diamond shape where the heart does its dipping. We're also going to put one here. We're going to do this in each one of these leaf shape spots. All right. This is going to give our lines a place to congregate without hopefully making a mess. I'm assuming Jenna had a very good reason for putting this in, so I'm going to go with it. Okay, so this is where we're at, and now the fun begins. Now we're going to be drawing lines in each of these hearts, sort of giving them a density. And the way you want to start with these is by putting a straight line from the indent of the little heart to the center, sort of like this. Okay? Now in each one of these heart shapes, you're going to, from that center line, make little echo lines. And just keep going until you have that filled up. Then move on to the other side. And if you get one a little bit too big, just sneak another one in there. Okay? And turn your tile. And let's do the next one. We put the straight line down the center because we're going to be curving these out. And your eye needs to know, or your brain, or my brain. The straight center line helps you not to get lopsided with your echo lines. At least that's its purpose for me. And just do, nice thin little echo lines. And they're not all going to be perfect, and they're not all going to be evenly spaced. So just do the best you can, and then don't worry about it. Once we get to shading and embellishing and things like that, it's not going to matter. Okay? Not too bad. All right, now we're going to do the same things with these leaf shapes, okay? And I saw somebody on Jenna's step out. She has them going as these lines going in leaf shapes, and she has examples of them being treated exactly like this is the way in the step out. And you can see that little diamond down there is helpful. All right. And so just move from the little leaf shapes. Make a straight line down the center. And then radiate the curving lines out from there. And you can handle these curving lines in whatever way you like. Look how pretty this is. right, so this is our basic cross your heart shape. Now, if you are wanting in a focally point sort of a way to continue on with this and make it larger, you most certainly can. You would just have to put these leaf shapes in the gaps. Excuse me. Again, they don't have to be perfect. Each one doesn't have to look exactly like the one before. You'll notice in nature things are rarely perfectly symmetrical. So do as you will with this. Add as much or as little as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and put my little diamondy looking shapes in there. I can think of so many things that I want to play with on this right now. One thing I saw that was beautiful on this last night was somebody had striped theirs. So basically black and white alternating stripes in all of these. And that is such an elegant, pretty look. I don't know that I will want to do this. There are so many shading opportunities with this. Ooh, I did this one backwards, but that's okay. All right, so start with a straight line, Cindy. Definitely can use some line weight and rounding to sort of finish this off. I know this is going to be a favorite one for you guys because it's going to look so pretty, and you're going to have done so little real work on it. I got my deckled lines happening. I'm starting to be proud of those. Those are hard-won deckled lines. So just like this. Okay. Now, one of the things that you can do once you're finished inking where you would like to ink is you can go through and add the line weight. Particularly, I want to add some around these hearts in the middle. Sort of re-emphasize that shape. Okay, the magic with this is really going to happen when we add the shading. So one of the things, of course, I'm going to do is put some rounding here as we go to sort of dress it up, finish it off. And you do not have to do this. It's entirely up to you. If you are new and some of this stuff is just boggling your mind, stick with the basic pattern. Practice the basic pattern. Don't worry about all of the extra stuff. We have beginners and experienced alike, so it's important that we try to challenge the experienced, but we don't want to run the beginners off either. And when you start feeling like such a noob, don't worry about it. Listen, we all started at some point. At some point, none of us had an idea what we were doing. So just feel like you're in good company. No one around here is going to make anybody feel bad. All right. I'm going to round these off and make them little orb-looking things. I will be glad when the allergy stuff is gone. You could even black these little orbs or triangles or rectangles, whatever they are. Here we go. All right, so for shading, let's hit that real quick. Of course, now remember, anytime you're shading something with a lot of lines, the place you want to start your shading is where the lines are coming together. So these are all pointing down here towards the center. So we're going to put lots of graphite down there. Okay, the places where these little leaves touch each other. We could tip these a little bit with graphite, but I think that might be confusing, at least for me. We don't want that. So any place where these look like they're overlapping, and all the way around your hearts down there by the beginning, you're going to want to put graphite all around there. I wish I had used my koi pen on this. That coloring brush, the koi coloring brush that I used earlier in this project is really awesome. Just blend it out with a water brush, get your color right on there. Doesn't shine under the light. Pretty awesome. So you can see I'm just shading on each side of these leaf shapes. And I probably will come back with my koi brush pen, and darken some of these spots. Let's see what we have when we blend it out. As if it's possible to find a tortillon. And it is, look at that. Now again, these are just suggestions. You may do whatever you wish to do. This is just how I'm going to handle mine. I may put a few more around this, I'm not sure. A few more cross your hearts. I don't know that I'm up to all the blacking today, so I might leave that for some of you guys to try. You know, another thing we could do to dress up portions of this would be to put some little hearts of the heart shapes down, but maybe not go through with all the leaves. I'm not sure. Well, and then remember, make your first line down the center of your heart straight, and then curve out from there. And you can see it really looks different. Well, that's really going to look different no matter how you do it. But it's okay if it's not perfect. Because let's face it, nothing is truly perfect. Okay. So that's a really pretty little dress it up thing that we can do around. Or I can go ahead and add the leaves. So I'm going to put a largish one here. Probably not any larger than any of the rest. I am really wanting to show you guys how cool the striping looks. So let's see if I can put some in here. Not sure how this will look, but let's do it. And you can, of course, sparkle if you like. Just want to try to keep in mind where the highlight would naturally fall. Remember that sparkling is just leaving a blank spot where you would have otherwise inked it. It's a way to make some interesting highlights and interesting dressing up of patterns. Like that, see? And that's really cute. Let's do another one. Mm-hmm. And when you're working in small spaces like this, you'll find that, everything doesn't have to be just so. You're going to get some weird stuff, and the overall effect is going to completely obscure any problems that you had or opportunities, as we're going to start calling them. I have always known that they are opportunities. I just have trouble wrapping my head around it. There, I fixed that problem too, didn't I? See, this is why I like this. It looks so cool. It looks like it's sort of transparent and there's stuff in behind. All right, that one turned out fairly well. See how pretty this is? I just love this. Yeah. We'll have a full house this weekend. Kiddo will be home. Cousin will be here. Simba will be happy again. Poor baby. He's sitting by the window waiting for him to come back. Me too. I got a little crazy on that one. Like I tell you guys, they don't have to be perfect. All right. And so we could put leaves around here. But this is Cross Your Heart. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you have enjoyed the fact that it's not as long as the other ones. And I'm going to be back with you tomorrow for day 40 and the day after that. So on Sunday morning, I hope it will be morning on Sunday. I've got 2 videos to get out. One will be tomorrow evening, and one will be Sunday morning for me. So we'll see how that goes. You guys get ready for the journaling collaboration between me and Aishwarya on Tangle and Inspire, the channel here on YouTube. And we are going to see you guys on Sunday to start our journal project. So if you don't want to journal, you don't have to. The 100 Days project is not going anywhere. It will stay right here and still keep going. But those of you who want can, after you learn your tangle, jump over and use it in your journal with Aishwarya. So hopefully everyone will enjoy their time. And I am going to leave it here today. So I wanted to pop back in and show you my finished tile. I did go through with my Koi water coloring brush pen just to get the gray a little bit darker in here. You know how I am about the dark shading. And I think it turned out all right. I kind of like the tile. Once it dries off a little bit, we're going to be good to go. So I just wanted to share this with you and tell you I'll see you tomorrow.